Forget everything you thought you knew about yourself. Something massive just shifted. Mercury is having a major shift, and those attuned to spiritual energy are already feeling it. This is a crucial moment, the kind that separates those who sense before they see, from those who won't realize what happened until it's too late. This shift is already peaking tomorrow. And pay attention, because there's one specific sentence you cannot speak during this shift, and you need to be aware of it. But don't worry, I'll go over it soon, so keep watching. But what's coming next isn't just a shift in energy, it's the beginning of a mental revolution that you won't come back from. You can feel it, the pull away from everything that used to make sense. The things that once felt comfortable now feel fake. The conversations, the habits, the old identity, it all tastes stale. This isn't mood. This is mutation. The Mercury Sagittarius shift is rewriting the map in your head. It's the jailbreak moment, the mind escaping its own prison. Once you've seen the real landscape, you won't crawl back to the cage. People will notice it before you do. They'll say, "You're different," but you're not different. You're real now. The filter's gone, and the truth is too loud to ignore. You're not changing your mind is changing you. And once that happens, there's no reverse gear, because the next thing that's about to hit will make even this feel small. After weeks of feeling stuck in loops, something inside you is waking up again. There's a pulse returning to the collective energy, an urgency that's hard to explain, but impossible to ignore. Suddenly, the hesitation that's been holding people back is cracking. Mercury's entry into Sagittarius lights the match that Scorpio's intensity prepared. You'll feel it as a surge, not emotional chaos, but clear momentum. The kind that pushes you to send that message, quit that job, start that project, or finally say what's been sitting on your tongue. It's like every maybe later in your mind is being burned alive by the fire of now or never. For many, this feels like relief. The mental fog lifts, and purpose rushes in to take its place. It's the first real reminder that clarity doesn't come from waiting for signs. It comes from motion. Action is the language of alignment. You'll notice that decisions you once feared are suddenly easy. The right path doesn't feel heavy anymore, it feels obvious. This is the reignition of movement, the cosmic push that separates those who hesitate from those who rise. And what's even more powerful, this isn't just a personal revival, it's collective ignition. When Mercury speaks through Sagittarius, it doesn't whisper, it commands. The energy itself demands movement, progress, truth. It forces doors open, even the ones you swore were locked. But every ignition creates heat, and not everyone can handle it. Because what comes next won't just be about movement, it'll be about direction. Mercury in Sagittarius is the cosmic compass, but not everyone knows how to read it. For those still half asleep, this shift might feel like chaos. They'll rush into decisions, chase distractions, confuse speed with purpose. The energy will pull them in every direction, burning energy without meaning. But for the awakened, this is entirely different. The same frequency that disorients others becomes a guiding signal, a flare in the dark, pointing exactly where to go next. The mind clears. Synchronicities line up. Random thoughts start making sense in ways they never did before. You're not being tested. You're being redirected. This timeline doesn't wait for anyone. It drags the uncertain and launches the ready. Every thought, every belief, every intention becomes a coordinate, and Mercury in Sagittarius is translating them into motion. If your compass is aligned with truth, you'll be pulled toward acceleration expansion, and opportunity. But if it's set by fear, the same current can throw you off course. The difference now isn't about luck, it's about awareness. Because the universe is no longer whispering gentle nudges, it's shouting directions. And those who listen will find themselves in places they never thought existed. The others? They'll wonder why everything suddenly feels like it's falling apart. One shift? Two timelines? The question isn't which one exists, it's which one you're already standing in. Mercury in Sagittarius doesn't wait. This is fire in motion, and if you don't move with it, it turns on you. The same energy that could launch you forward becomes inner friction, restlessness, overthinking, emotional pressure that feels like something inside you is demanding movement. You can't delay destiny without feeling the heat of it. Hesitation is how momentum dies. When you hold back, inspiration curdles into frustration. That's why people suddenly feel irritated or drained during big energetic shifts. It's not burnout, it's blocked momentum. The universe doesn't punish hesitation, it exposes it. Every spark you ignore becomes smoke in your mind. Every calling you postpone becomes noise in your emotions. The message right now is simple. Move, act, speak, decide. Even a small action channels this fire outward before it consumes you from within. Energy unused becomes emotion unprocessed. Mercury in Sagittarius rewards direction, not perfection. The second you choose, the flame steadies. The second you hesitate, it burns. This is the part I was warning you about. There's a specific sentence you need to be really careful with. Right now, your words are not commentary, they're commands. Mercury in Sagittarius turns language into ignition. What you say out loud becomes coordinates, and the universe is responding instantly. Your words are not descriptions. They are blueprints. Say, "I can't do it," and reality rearranges to prove you right. Say, "I'm ready," and doors start shifting open. Every phrase becomes a signal flare to your timeline. There's no delay. What you declare now echoes louder, faster, stronger. This is manifestation through speech, not wishful thinking. It's precision. Speak what you mean. Declare what you want. Every phrase is a permission slip for reality to rearrange. So choose your words as if they already carry power, because they do. One sentence, said with conviction, can shift the entire path ahead. There's a new kind of awareness rising, quiet, defiant, and impossible to contain. Mercury in Sagittarius is waking up the rogue thinkers, the ones who no longer buy into what they're told makes sense. It's dissolving the mental grid that's kept people obedient to systems, titles, and routines that never felt alive to begin with. The awakened mind doesn't rebel for attention, it rebels for truth. You'll feel it as a sudden urge to break pattern, to walk away from something that looks smart on paper but feels wrong in your spirit. That impulse isn't rebellion, it's direction. Sagittarius energy turns curiosity into a compass, and right now, it's pointing you away from imitation and straight toward authenticity. This is what being mentally off-grid really means, not leaving society, but stepping outside its hypnosis. It's the realization that every rule, every label, every measure of success was invented by someone no wiser than you. And once you see that, the spell breaks. You're not imagining the impossible, you're remembering what's next. Those flashes of inspiration or wild ideas that appear out of nowhere, they're not random. They're blueprints leaking from your future self, urging you to build the reality that doesn't exist yet. The world is shifting toward the thinkers who no longer ask for permission. And if you're feeling restless, it's because that part of you has already woken up. If you've been feeling scattered, like everything that used to make sense suddenly doesn't, you're not lost, you're expanding. Mercury in Sagittarius is stretching your perception past the edges of who you thought you were. It's not confusion, it's evolution. You don't lose your path when you expand. Your path loses the capacity to hold you. This is what growth feels like when it happens faster than your plans. The answers that used to ground you now feel too small because you're being pulled toward bigger questions. Mercury doesn't want you to solve the puzzle. It wants you to outgrow it. Not knowing is your proof of movement. The mind resists it, but the spirit thrives in it. When the old logic starts collapsing, it's only because a higher one is trying to take its place. The moment you stop needing to know what's next is when what's next finally arrives. You're not breaking down, you're breaking open, and every piece that no longer fits is falling away so your next version has space to breathe. Every archer knows that the arrow never chooses the target. It's drawn back, stretched, and released by a force greater than itself. That's exactly what this Mercury and Sagittarius energy feels like right now. The tension you're feeling, that strange mix of anticipation, restlessness, and pressure, isn't random. It's the draw of the bow. You're not holding it. You are the arrow. The universe doesn't always guide you gently. Sometimes it launches you. This transit is not about comfort. It's not about knowing every detail of the plan. It's about momentum. Mercury's energy through Sagittarius doesn't wait for your perfect alignment checklist. It acts first, reveals later. You are being pulled towards something that your logical mind cannot yet comprehend, but your energy already recognizes. That's why so many people feel this sense of acceleration without direction. The direction comes mid-flight. For those who cling to certainty, this phase feels unsettling, like free fall. But for those who trust the propulsion, it's liberation. This is a timeline that demands movement before understanding, action before clarity. You're not supposed to have the map, because you are the movement that draws the new map. People often say, "I'm waiting for a sign." But under this energy, the sign doesn't appear before you move. The sign is the pull, the friction, the pressure to shift, the sleepless excitement that makes no sense. When life starts pushing harder in one direction, that's your cosmic GPS recalibrating. You don't need another angel number to confirm it. The momentum is the message. Pressure isn't punishment, it's propulsion. Mercury's fire arrow doesn't need you to overthink. It needs you to aim with faith, release resistance, and let the flight take you where logic cannot. The truth is, you've been preparing for this launch for months, refining your focus through discomfort, sharpening your intuition through silence, gathering emotional fuel through challenge. Now the bowstring has reached its peak tension, and once Mercury ignites that Sagittarian fire, there's no going back. You'll be shot toward a path that your old self couldn't have even imagined. It's not about being ready, it's about being willing. The mistake would be trying to resist, to cling to the safety of what's familiar, while the universe is literally aligning the wind in your favor. Those who wait for the perfect signal will miss the flight entirely. Because when the bow releases, it doesn't stop for hesitation. It only delivers those who trust the trajectory. This is where the proof starts showing itself, but not in the safe, predictable way people expect. Everyone's waiting for the universe to wink at them first, the 11:11 on the clock, the random text, the sign that says, "Yes, go that way. But Mercury in Sagittarius doesn't play by those rules. This is fire energy, not water. It doesn't flow around obstacles. It burns right through them. Synchronicities now won't arrive to reassure you. They'll arrive to reward you, but only after you've acted. Signs don't lead movement, they follow it. This is the critical misunderstanding. People wait for something cosmic to happen before they dare to take a step, when in truth, it's the step itself that triggers the cosmic response. This energy thrives on velocity. The faster you move toward what feels aligned, the louder the signs echo back. Think of synchronicities as ripples in reality's fabric. The moment you commit, the ripple expands outward, and reality starts rearranging itself around your new decision. You'll see it instantly. You'll speak a goal aloud, and the next day, a person or opportunity will cross your path that connects directly to it. You'll change direction on a whim, and everything around you will suddenly start to coincide with your new focus. That's not coincidence. That's the universe syncing its rhythm to your momentum. Your next miracle isn't waiting on divine timing. It's waiting on your movement. Mercury in Sagittarius magnifies the link between thought, speech, and consequence. The faster you translate intention into action, the quicker the energetic mirror reflects back. This is how alignment really works, not through waiting for permission, but through participation. The universe doesn't hand out confirmations like lottery tickets. It watches for movement, and when it sees momentum, it multiplies it. Stillness, on the other hand, scrambles the signal. The longer you hesitate, the more noise fills the channel. Confusion, doubt, mixed messages, that's not the universe ignoring you. That's feedback from inaction. The system runs on motion. And that's the paradox. Even your hesitation is answered. The longer you sit in indecision, the more dissonant life feels. Plans fall apart, timing slips, small inconveniences pile up, because that pressure is designed to push you back into movement. The universe never truly goes quiet. It just amplifies discomfort until you start listening again. You'll know when you're back in flow because synchronicities hit like lightning. You'll hear your own words repeated by strangers, see symbols that align perfectly with your intentions, and feel the eerie sense that everything is clicking. It's not eerie at all, it's resonance. The universe doesn't send you proof, it sends you participation. This is your reminder. If you've been waiting for the sign to act, you've misunderstood the sequence. The sign is the impulse. The confirmation only arrives after courage. So move, say the thing, choose the path. The energy of this transit won't hold still long enough for the timid. It's for the ones who leap first and let the magic catch up. And when it does, it won't arrive quietly. The universe will roar your name back through synchronicity so loud you'll know without question. You were never waiting for proof. Proof was waiting for you. The air feels electric. Thoughts are no longer trickling in. They're stampeding. One idea collides with another, overlapping, sparking, demanding attention. It's like your brain has shifted into a higher gear you didn't even know existed. Welcome to the fire mind effect. Mercury in Sagittarius has lit up the mental sky, and it's all engines on. Your mind isn't breaking, it's burning through what can't go with you. This isn't random overstimulation. It's what happens when fire meets air, when Mercury's speed merges with Sagittarius's expansion. Your thoughts begin racing ahead of your emotions, scanning the horizon for possibilities. You might find yourself unable to focus on small talk, irritated by slow conversations, or restless in routines that once felt comfortable. That's not impatience. That's evolution. Your consciousness is running diagnostics, testing the limits of your beliefs. Old assumptions, outdated logic, even subtle self-doubt, it's all getting pulled up for review. And yes, it feels chaotic. The noise, the racing thoughts, the mental clutter, it's all the debris of old programming being burned off in real time. Overthinking is what happens when clarity starts rearranging itself. This isn't chaos, it's reorganization. Mercury's fire is sorting through your mental storage, tossing out what no longer fits your new frequency. That's why you might find yourself doubting things you were once sure about, or seeing new perspectives on situations you thought were resolved. It's not regression, it's recalibration. The mind can't expand without first unlearning. You'll also notice an increase in visionary thinking, flashes of insight, random bursts of inspiration, and vivid imagery that feels out of nowhere. These are sparks from the higher mind. Sagittarius doesn't deal in small details, it deals in meaning, purpose, and the grand design. You're being tuned to that level of awareness, but the tuning process can sound like static before it becomes music. And here's the paradox. The more you try to slow your mind down right now, the louder it gets. Because this isn't a phase meant for stillness, it's meant for observation. Let the fire run. Don't wrestle it, study it. Every repetitive thought, every obsession, every anxious loop, all of it is your consciousness identifying what no longer belongs. You're not overthinking. You're outgrowing your old way of thinking. Sagittarius energy wants your mental field to open. It's the energy of philosophers, explorers, truth seekers, minds that roam far beyond the borders of logic. So when you feel scattered, when ideas seem wild or unrealistic, understand that they're stretching you into a new dimension of awareness. Your old mind was built for safety. This new one is being built for expansion. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Fire always is. But that heat is transformation in motion, the smelting of thought into wisdom. It's the burning away of mental debris, so only what's essential remains. By the time this phase cools, you'll notice something profound. Your mind feels lighter, sharper, quieter, but not empty, clear. The mind you had was built for who you were. The one emerging now is built for who you're becoming. And that's what this Mercury and Sagittarius cycle is doing. It's not overwhelming you, it's evolving you. You're not losing control, you're gaining range. What feels like mental overdrive today is the ignition of the higher mind tomorrow. You're not meant to suppress it, you're meant to ride it. Because this is the fire that forges genius, insight, and the kind of clarity that doesn't whisper, it commands. The chaos is temporary. The recalibration is necessary. And once the storm in your head settles, you'll realize something remarkable. Your thoughts no longer control you. You control the current. You can direct your mental fire with precision, focus it toward creation instead of confusion. So don't fear the mental overdrive. This is your initiation into the higher intelligence of Mercury and Sagittarius. A consciousness that doesn't just think about reality, it creates it. You're not being overwhelmed by your thoughts. You're learning how powerful they actually are. And soon, when the flames finally calm, you'll realize the truth behind it all. This wasn't a burnout. It was a breakthrough. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.